Hey guys, am I in the frame? Yes, I am. Okay, you know, I just got home from training clients at the gym and I'm starving, and I thought, hey, why don't I get out the camera and talk to you guys? It's been a while, and why do I talk with my hands so much? I don't know. Okay, I'm heating up water to make some, what's it called? What am I thinking about? Wow, it slipped my mind. I'll tell you in a minute. Okay. What's for dinner? Let me check. Some broccoli, some chicken. I made some sweet potato gnocchi last night. Very tasty. And some sauce to go with it. So chicken, protein, carbs, some fats, some vegetables. Let's add a little bit more veggies. Thinking spinach is going to be it. Okay, so let's put this together real quick. So, meal prepping, or what I like to call food prep, is I cook a lot of proteins and then I cook like some carb sources. I always prep my vegetables, unless it's asparagus. I always cook that the day I'm eating it or the time I'm eating it, because I cannot stand reheated asparagus. Okay, so I need a bowl. Okay, so I've got my bowl and fork. Let me heat this skillet up. I really like to use this olive oil in this little glass sprayer thing. Oh. I just sprayed the counter. Just a little spray, 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 spray. Okay, this meal is going to be really fast. I'm just going to throw this in, throw the spinach in, throw the sauce in. And I honestly don't reheat my chicken. I just cut it up and eat it cold, because chicken can get very like rubbery if you reheat it. And this is cooked to perfection. So I'm gonna eat it like that. So, I am a mess, y'all. I am a mess. Got stuff all over the counter. This chicken is already, actually, I told you it was cooked to perfection. I lied. It's not. This is chicken from Sprouts. I normally get a different chicken, and this one didn't cook the same as my other chicken, or the same as the chicken I normally get cooks, whatever. You know what I'm saying. So. I'm so hungry. So I'm gonna let those get a little crispy. Chicken is cut up, kind of. All right, sauce. What do we want to talk about? That's what I'm making. Chicory root tea. I couldn't think of it earlier, but this is a chicory root. Right now I cannot have coffee. This is the closest thing. It doesn't taste like coffee, but it's roasted chicory root, so it gives you that that flavor that you're looking for with coffee. And because I am a coffee addict, like literally, I am an addict, I have to have something that makes me feel like I'm having coffee. So, it's funny because you would think that I'm on all this caffeine right now, fast as I'm talking. Okay, those are crisping up nicely. Look at that perfect little gnocchi. I almost forgot what I was doing. Okay, a little bit of sauce. It's a little clumpy, but I'm sure it's still gonna be good. Good. And spinach. So I'm getting distracted trying to make my meal. What do we want to talk about? Nutrition, fitness, I don't know. If you know me, you know I can't do two things at once. Like talk and cook. And a little spinach. Kind of funny. I think I just sounded like both funny. That's what she says. Spinach. Okay. Perfect little meal here. Right in the bowl. Now for my broccoli, I'm just going to toss some of this in and cover it with a lid to let it just like warm up a little bit. I really try not to use the microwave. I mean, I do use the microwave, but I try not to. So while we're waiting on that, we put this in the sink. Okay, so I'm still distracted. We want to talk about how about intuitive eating? I know I just talked about this on my last YouTube video on my I am just making a big giant mess. Alright. Got my little goat cup. It's a little joke between me and my husband. I'm a Capricorn. He calls me his goat because Capricorn is a goat. Sea goat. You know, if you know all the zodiac sign stuff, that's our little joke. And so, one and a half. Okay. I cannot wait till I get to have coffee again. This is quite miserable. A little salt there. And my hot water. Sorry guys, this video is going to be very all over the place. All over the place. Okay, let's let that sit for a minute. This is like a pretty big meal, y'all. And it took me like, that's a trash can by the way. I'm not just throwing stuff in a hole. This took me what, like 5, 6, 7 minutes? I don't know. I'll know when I start editing this video later. So let's talk about intuitive eating and why I think intuitive eating will not work for everyone. So, we were born intuitive, like as babies, and I know you hear people say this all the time, if you've ever heard anyone talk about intuitive eating. So as babies, we're born as intuitive eaters. We cry when we're hungry. I mean, it's just a natural thing. We stop when we're full or when we don't want any more food. But in the world that we live in today, we have all of this very processed food that is like hyper palatable, and it leaves you craving more because of all the additives that they put in the food. And it's just, in today's world, we just don't have a chance, okay? So it's almost like we have to relearn our intuitive side. And then on top of that, going through childhood, we develop these habits like emotional eating or stress eating because of maybe things that we've been through in our life, and we use food as comfort. So there's nothing wrong with having, food when you're stressed or when you're emotional and have a little comfort there, but there's a line, okay? And we've got to learn where that line is. Intuitive eating can be relearned, but over the last year, like at the end of this month, it will be a whole year that I've started intuitive eating. And I can tell you from my experience that it's not easy. I still have struggles at times with like stress eating and maybe emotional eating, but I'm learning, and it has gotten a lot easier, so much easier. But so my point is that it's not going to work for everyone in the beginning. And so whenever I sign on new clients online and we start with our training and our nutrition, it's very important for us to start tracking our food in the beginning, okay? So that could be like measuring utensils or a food scale, depending on what the person prefers. Not all of my clients track their food, but in the beginning, I like to encourage them to just track for maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, just so they can learn what a serving size is, because you would be surprised what a serving size of pasta is, or a serving size of peanut butter. I know a lot of people compare the peanut butter thing. And then also learning what your food is, like protein. A lot of people don't know that vegetables actually have carbs in them. They are carbs. I mean, they have fiber, so it's a different type of carb. It's a slower digesting carb. It's a healthier carb. But they are carbs, and there are a lot of people who don't know that. So just learning what's in your food, learning portion sizes, and then also just learning what you need throughout the day. So I know that I need 3 meals and maybe 2 snacks, and then sometimes I have like a little piece of chocolate or some kind of dessert after my dinner. And I feel good on that. But you don't know. I'm playing with my food. Do you see me playing with my food? I think it's because I'm hungry and I need to eat. Okay, so enough rambling. I think my tea's done. Okay, so I'm so distracted. Okay, enough rambling. Intuitive eating, I do not think it's going to work for everyone in the beginning. It's very important for you to learn what is in your food, what type of food you're eating, what you need throughout the day, how you feel with certain foods. And once you kind of get that down, then you can start trying the intuitive eating approach. But in the beginning, just in the world that we're in today with all these high processed foods and such, it's just not, we don't have a chance. I hope that makes sense. I think I'm gonna eat now because I'm pretty hungry and it's 7:22 and I don't think I've had an actual meal since 2 o'clock. I'm hungry. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I hope you got some entertainment. I don't know. I will talk to you guys later.